Okay, so Caity, let's talk about Sarah. She's kind of become the leader of the Legends of Tomorrow. How comfortable does she feel in this position?
I think she's kind of naturally been backseat leader with Rip, so she's kind of used to it a little bit. But now that it's actually her responsibility, I think it's kind of stressful because now everything's your fault. If something doesn't work, it's your fault. If someone gets hurt, it's your fault. So dealing with this new kind of level of responsibility, and she's kind of got to get her act together because, you know, she's just hanging out with like Captain Cold and Heatwave, and they're messing around, and now it's like she's in charge, so she's got to get it together.
So on The Flash, Barry Allen turned the timeline upside down with Flashpoint. Grant, how much do you think Barry may feel guilty, or how is that harboring with, you know, those feelings harboring with him, like moving forward as we see stuff like Caitlin getting powers because of it?
Barry's got a lot of feelings, you know. He's a sensitive guy. Joe's other daughter. He beats himself up, I think, quite a bit. So I think it was a last-minute judgment call when he decided to run back in time and, spoiler alert if you're not caught up, and save his mom and create Flashpoint and everything. And as soon as he starts to realize what the repercussions are, that he's erasing all these relationships and these moments from not only his life, but other people's lives that he cares deeply about, it weighs on him heavily.
Greg, what came with the decision to shake up things so fundamentally, and do you see yourself ever going back to that original timeline?
I'm not sure that we can, given what we've established, but I think the shows are always evolving and growing, and we like to, at the end of the year, we take stock in the stuff that we did, and we ask ourselves, what do we think we did well, what can we do better? And if we're not challenging ourselves and creating new territory and new obstacles for the characters, I think it's less rewarding to just watch, and hopefully probably less rewarding to play. And so I think we like to, grow ourselves and grow the characters, and so it was one of those decisions.
Now, Melissa, we're going to get a Supergirl Flash musical crossover this year. How nervous are you to be singing on the shows?
I wouldn't say I'm nervous. Are you nervous?
I'm nervous.
They should sing something right now for everybody. You could.
No, we could what?
Sing something.
Oh, yeah, that's not happening. I'm sorry, guys. That's literally not going to happen. I'm sorry.
But how are you guys feeling about doing that episode?
I don't know what to expect yet, to be honest.
I don't either. I think the possibilities are endless of what we could do and what's there, and I can't even fathom what it would look like or feel like.
Just putting trust in the guy.
Now, Steven, Dolph Lundgren is soon coming on as the villain Kovar. What was it like to get to work with him?
I mean, I haven't told him this, but Universal Soldier and He-Man and Rocky IV were three of my favorite movies as a kid. So working with him, he brings a different energy to the show. I mean, the first time that we meet him in episode 506. It just feels different. Even the way that it's shot, he has this big speech and it's just one long continuous shot. And he came prepared. He was invested in the show. He's excited. He's been a real pleasure to work with so far. And, we're probably going to fight at some point. So, come on. Come on.
Supergirl.
I have always been curious. I don't want to start an argument on this stage here, but who do you think would win between your four superheroes?
Supergirl.
She's got
Supergirl.
She's an alien.
She flies.
What do you think, Steven?
Experience. I'll let you two destroy each other, and then I'll come in and mop up.
You'll see some of that in the crossover.
Oh.
There
we
it is.
go.
There it
There
is.
we go. So I've always been curious, you guys, what does it take to actually suit up as a superhero? Can you talk a little bit about going through that stunt training, how hard it is to put on those costumes?
My costume's easy. Super easy.
Yeah, I mean, technically, I can put mine on alone. I have someone that helps me, like, but that's it. So it's
Yeah, mine is definitely not a one-person job. It's extensive to get into.
Yeah, I need help. I can't dress myself.
Can't either.
But yeah, and the training for it is like my favorite part when we get to do all any rehearsals and stuff for the fighting. And we did a big sword fight in our last episode, and that was really fun. So that's actually one of my favorite parts.
Yeah, you should check out Caity's Instagram because you put up a video, right? Of like yeah, that was awesome.
Oh, thanks.
Caity kicks ass.
So enough from me. I want to hear from you guys. I want to hear some fan questions. Now, also, I should tell you, whoever got those questions right during the Supernatural panel, Sam is back by the voice activation for you to win your prizes. So you can go back there after the panel. First, let's start out right here. Go ahead.
Oh, at the movie theater.
My question is, have you guys ever raced before? And if not, will you guys race? And who do you think will win?
Do you mean Melissa and Grant, or like
Just racing for fun.
Everybody, like all of you guys. Yeah.
Like a 100-yard dash.
Like
yeah, like in
not
your
our
suits.
characters?
In our suits?
Yeah.
No comment.
No, we haven't.
I'm more like a cool stroll.
I had an effects guy when we were on a track last season that wanted to race me. His name's Scotty, and he wanted to race me. I was in my suit, and he swore he was going to smoke me. And he was like wearing a like work belt and stuff and didn't want to take it off, and I smoked him. And yeah, I don't know why he wanted to race me. That's the only time I've raced someone in the suit.
Yeah.
Okay, we got, who do we got over here? There we go.
Go first. Hi, my question is for Greg, actually. I'm a big fan of Candace Patton and Iris. And
She's terrific.
Yes, she
Candace
is.
Patton.
I'm actually seeing her today at Stanley.
you are?
Yeah, I am.
Oh.
So superhero journalism has always been a big part of superhero comics. So I wanted to know, how will you incorporate Iris's journalism arc into this season?
Yeah, I mean, ever since she became aware of, obviously, Barry's secret toward the end of season 1, she's been more integrated into the mystery of it all. But, she has her own dreams and her own pursuits in terms of journalism. And, I mean, the classic trope in the comic books is always like, that gets the journalists into trouble, and then they usually need to get saved. But I think what we do on our show is she can save herself plenty. But she's very helpful in terms of figuring out some of the bigger mysteries that are going on this year as a result of her journalistic capabilities.
Also, where does she live? Does she live at the West House, or does she have her own apartment?
She lives on her own now, but we do deal with her living situation in terms of Barry and her later in the year.
Oh, we got another one over here.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
My name's Ebony. I'm super excited. Melissa and Grant, I've loved you since Glee. Caity, you've always been awesome. And I cannot believe I get to speak to Stephen Amell right now. Living the dream. So my question is for all four of you guys. How has your relationship changed with the fans, being part of a genre show and being like so active on social media?
I mean, for me, it's been really interesting. And John Barrowman explained this to me during the first season. He said, the first year of a show, you're like a guest in people's homes. And then the more that you come back for a second season and a third season, you become like family. You become expected. And I think that, the best example of that is not with Arrow. The best example of that is with Supernatural. And, how passionate their fans are. And I remember when that EW cover contest was going on, Suzanne Gomez, who works in the PR at the CW, was like, you should start pushing that. And I looked at her and I go, Suzanne, we both know that Supernatural is winning. And of course they did. And so, it's been great because I've met people, I've seen people grow up. It's been a crazy journey getting to know the fans, and I hope that it continues because, I heard Jared and Jensen say it, and it really rings true. Without you and without the continued support, there is no show. So it's been really incredible.
Another one down over here.
First of all, Steven, I really admire your online presence and your connection to the fans, so thank you. But my actual question is for everyone, and it's, what was your first introduction to superheroes in general? Was it a comic book, and when, and what was it?
For me, it was Christopher Reeve's Superman. I was probably 6, and yeah, it created a deep, lifelong obsession for me.
Same for me. I was not 6, but same for me.
I think mine was, what was the Batman with Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Come on. Stop it.
Batman
And
forever.
the penguin was so scary to me.
Batman and Robin? Nipples on the bat suit?
Robin.
Nipples on the bat suit.
What about Clooney?
Mine was Batman too, but Michael Keaton.
Michael Keaton.
With
Yeah.
Danny DeVito and Michelle Pfeiffer, and the penguin scared the bejesus out of me.
Yeah.
Mine was the original TV show Batman from the 60s, which I watched in reruns.
Yes.
What? Still.
He looks amazing.
Over here.
Hi, Allison. Episode 215, Arrow, when you woke up with the mouse on your chest.
Yeah.
Were you, really disgusted by the mouse? Because it kind of looked...
Yeah, that's right. 2 things scare me. Zerks, which are these little explosions that go off on your chest, and mice. I didn't like it. I was not a fan. They brought in a mouse trainer and everything. I didn't trust that person. Okay? I was like, they're like, I said to them before, I'm like, set this shot up, get the camera move, be ready, because I'm doing it one time.
What's a Zert?
It's so when you see, if you've seen the preview for episode 505 of Arrow, you may notice that Oliver gets shot directly in the heart. So there's a little explosion that they strap to you.
Isn't that a squib?
Yeah, I thought that
Yeah, sorry, a squib, not a Zerk.
Zert are the things they actually fire around you.
Yeah,
Little
we're not
plastic
allowed
balls.
to use those on our show because
Been
one hit me in
many
the
a
head.
times, yeah.
Yeah, no, sorry, a little squib. And it's terrifying because it's a little explosion that goes off on your chest, and your first inclination when that happens is to look down, and that's the opposite of what you want to do. You want to look up. So they terrify me.